Nonso, I wanted to ask you a little bit about the movies you've got coming up. You've got Cinderella, haven't you? And you've got Pan as well. Tell me a little bit, first of all, about Cinderella, who you worked with on that, working with the director, Kenneth Branagh.
Well, Cinderella I worked on just before Christmas. And it stars Cate Blanchette, Helena Bonham Carter, Richard Madden of Game of Thrones, and Lily James plays Cinderella. Kenneth Branagh I'd worked with before on Jack Ryan, and also the first time I worked with him was on a play at the National Theatre called Edmund years ago, and we developed a relationship since then, and he was waiting for the right part to come up, and the part of the captain, who is the prince's advisor and best friend, and also combat trainer, is the part that it was great fun to play. It was almost like I can't really think of a part that I can liken it to, because I don't think it's really been. The character wasn't in the cartoon, so it was almost like made up for the film. But it was great to play. He's the guy that wants him to get the girl when so many forces are acting against him to get the girl. So I think it's really. He's the moral center of the film, So it was great fun. I think people are going to really like it. It stays true to the kind of wholesome love story that Cinderella is, but it brings a modern twist to the kind of independent woman, not just a woman that is waiting to be, rescued, but a woman that can do some things and believe in herself, her own power. Ultimately, it's her own belief in herself that may set her free.
It sounds great.
Yeah.
Cannot wait to see it. I mean, you mentioned Richard Madden, of course, playing the prince there, and
Yes.
you're his advisor. What was it like? Because obviously you've both got this Game of Thrones background, but you didn't ever intersect your scenes on it.
No, I filmed in Croatia, and he filmed a lot of his stuff in Northern Ireland. But we connected straight away when we got on set, and we spent a lot of time together. All my scenes are with Richard Madden, so we got to know each other quite well, and we've talked it subsequently since. He's great to work with and really dedicated. Someone who will do. We had a sword fight where we have a sparring session with a fencing session in Cinderella, and we had to rehearse it over and over and over again. And I'm someone who likes to go again and rehearse something, and every time I would say let's do it again, he'd want to do it 2 more times, and that's good because it pushes you to a point where you get it right, and. I really think we got it right. I've seen about 12 minutes of it, and it is beautiful. It's beautiful. Hopefully, people will really love it.
How much kind of research and background work did you have to do because obviously you do those fighting scenes?
Well, I kind of watched loads of Disney movies and looked at the relationship between this kind of relationship that exists in those movies, but also what I did was develop my own character. I drew up his history, drew up where he comes from, and because it's a fantasy kingdom, you have to make up a fantasy place that it comes from. But also I did a lot of training with a drill sergeant on how he walks and talks, carries himself, how to handle a sword, because he is the captain of the guard. He's a man of authority and commands the king's army. So, he has to know how to do that. And so I did a lot of research on soldiers and drill sergeants and all that kind of thing. So I did a lot of that kind of research for the part.